Hey, howdy, hey. Welcome back to our podcast. The series is Relationships. This is our second episode, and we thought it would be fun to give you advice on how to give a great wedding toast. Basically, let you know what we include in our wedding toasts.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it sounds like a fun idea.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
So I don't know about you, but lately we've gone to a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
It seems like every summer is filled with 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and usually one of us is in at least one of them. And generally that means that you have to / get to make a toast at the wedding.
Yeah, and I think that we both like giving people advice sometimes it's not solicited, but sometimes it is.
That's true. That is true. And I think that we both like things to run very smoothly and quickly, and I think we've both maybe sometimes seen the opposite in toasts.
Yeah, sometimes.
Just for fun, we decided to look up things you should not say.
Yeah, things not to say in a toast. Like, I'm so drunk right now.
We've definitely heard that before.
We have heard that. That's a bad thing.
Well,
funny.
Bad to be that, but
another
probably
one,
not the best idea to go up there and say that about yourself.
Yeah, another bad one is funny thing. I actually dated the bride or groom first.
That just makes it awkward.
It's super awkward. Don't say that.
The guests don't need to know that. The bride and groom probably know it already. It's fine. We've moved on.
Yeah. I'm betting she's pregnant by the end of the year.
Oh, geez.
That's awful.
It is.
Don't say that.
It is. So what we'd like to do is read through something that we have said at a couple of weddings. But now that I think about it, babe, I don't know if this is such a good idea. Between the two of us, we have so many siblings who are potentially still going to get married.
We do, but every time I feel like we are experiencing marriage, we're experiencing life, we're experiencing all these toasts, and as we experience all of those, we're learning different things about marriage and life, and each thing that we learn, we kind of like improve and iterate on, and are constantly sort of improving this advice that we give at weddings. And
it's such a big secret, though.
It is a secret, but no one's going to know. This is another secret for you.
Do you think that we should tell them how this came about first, or read through it first?
Why don't you set the stage? What was...
Okay, so a few years ago.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was asked to be the maid of honor in a wedding. And being the little researcher and preparer that I am, I actually started working on it probably 10 months in advance. And I mean, it wasn't serious, but every time I heard a quote or had an idea or a memory about myself and the bride, I wrote it down. And then probably a week before the wedding, I actually sat down and banged out the whole thing. But I feel like because I did a little bit of research and I prepared and I practiced a few times, turned out really well.
Yeah, I think as the listeners will learn over the course of these episodes, you are one of the most thoughtful human beings.
Why, thank you.
And so being able to start preparing for a special speech that you'll give that is maybe 1, 2, 3 minutes long, 10 months in advance, just, reflects that one positive characteristic.
So I know CJ must think that it's pretty good because he's given almost the same speech.
Oh my gosh. Under the bus. Under the bus. Guilty as charged.
And both times I saw people come up to you and say, wow, that was a great speech.
People
good job.
Give me kudos. For the speech that Nicole prepared. And it's so, I think it's so good because it's like the advice that we both believe and that we both know is true. And it's also just so dense and so rich in how long the speech is. And it is, I don't know. Should we just jump to the chase?
Now that we've built it up a ton.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to read it to you. And then we thought we'd break it down almost line by line.
Yeah, so this is the excerpt that is common that is generally common among the speeches that we deliver.
Right.
But we usually will tailor it, handcraft it for the couple. But this is like the core piece.
This is the bread and butter.
The bread and butter that we both think is important for a couple who was just married minutes before to hear.
Would you like to read it?
No, you please,
okay.
After you.
All right, here we go. The relationship between husband and wife is the most important relationship you will ever have. More important than any other relationship you have now and in the future. This is the relationship your friends will admire, your children will learn and grow from, and your parents will be proud of. This is the relationship you need to nurture every single day of your life. It's a living entity and needs constant care. In return, this relationship gives you love, support, and happiness. It gives you a partner to team up with to take on the world.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
And the crowd goes wild.
Well, no, they go wild, but also, like, I feel even when you say it, even though I've said it before, like, still the hair, like, on the back of my neck still kind of, like, stands up a little bit because it's so powerful, you know?
As we said in the beginning, this is just, like, the bread and butter of the speech. And before and after it, we try to tell a joke, do something a little lighthearted to, I don't know, I guess kind of grab the crowd's attention, really.
Yeah.
So that then they're really listening. And then you kind of wrap it up and everybody's pretty happy. And I think we both try to keep speeches short.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing that I just remembered is don't get up at a wedding and give a toast that starts with, I am a bridesmaid and I have known the bride for 7 years or 17 years or 18 years. It's like, don't tell us how long you've known the bride. No one cares.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but I feel like there's like the stereotypical speeches. The groomsmen always get to be the funny ones.
Yeah. And
the bridesmaids are always weepy. And so they go up there and they start their speeches exactly the same.
Every time.
My name's Nicole and I've known the bride for 8 years and we met in blah. And it's just like, okay. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
But when you hear that, 3 or 4 times in a row as a guest, it starts to get a little bit old.
Yeah. So please don't do that. Don't start with that. I just remembered that as one of the, I don't think people practice wedding speeches. I think for most kind of like toasts or speeches that you deliver, when you're an adult, you generally practice and you have some rehearsal and you have some time, and then you can maybe even get feedback from your friends, or maybe you do it in the mirror and you get some feedback. But I don't think people prepare enough for wedding speeches. And
I would bet it's because it makes us so nervous.
Yeah, probably.
We really don't want to do it. Like, we'd love to privately give the bride and groom, or bride and bride, or groom and groom, advice, but to have to stand up in front of a large crowd is very intimidating. So I think that, like CJ said, you should treat it like a school speech. Practice.
Yeah. Just practice or prepare just like a little bit, Put a little effort in, people.
Also, don't forget to toast at the end.
Yeah.
I've seen that a few times too, where it's like, hey, wait a sec, this is a toast. We're all supposed to raise our glasses.
Yeah, celebration.
So it's a good way just to wrap up whatever advice you gave. So hopefully this was helpful.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, it helped me. It helped me because I stole your speech.
It did help me.
Oh, man.
So just to quickly recap on how we think you can give a great wedding toast. First, you want to start with something lighthearted. Maybe you tell a joke. Then maybe use our bread and butter. And, of course, be sure you prepare and practice. And maybe also keep in mind that some advice is better shared in private. And wrap it up with a toast. Was that everything you think?
Yeah. And by toast, you mean actually raising your glass, not yet another speech.
I do. Yes. Raise your glass, toast the now newly married couple. And I think, that could just be a good 3 or 5 minute speech.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 minutes is too long.
Maybe.
I don't know. But anyway, you practice, you feel it out. and it'll all be great.
Yeah.
So those are our tips.
Those are our tips.
And now we want to tell you about something really awesome.
Yeah, we have a real website.
We do.
And we have a name. We didn't have a name before these episodes, but do you want to...
We finally figured it out.
Yeah. After some ideation and back and forth and the constant rejection of my suggestion, which was Sapphire Puma, we landed on a pretty good name, Avilla Theory.
Yes, Avilla Theory.
Yeah, Avilla Theory. So, yeah, if you head over to avillatheory.com, you will see this podcast.
Yep.
You can check out episodes, and we also have, obviously like all the show notes for the descriptions, and we have an about page with toolbox full of all the resources that we recommend. So if we mention something on an episode and that piqued your interest, whet your palate, then to quench your thirst, head on over to the about page of avillatheory.com.
If anything, please just do it, because it took me a while to learn how to link all of those things.
Yeah.
It was a new thing for me.
Yeah, Nicole was writing some HTML.
Yeah, now I know how to do it, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So
you did a
please
great job.
Click on them.
Nicole's design skills will shine through. You'll see her handcrafted beautiful logo and colors.
I did do that.
Yeah, you did an awesome job.
Thank
I think
you.
it came out really, really good. So,
Yeah, so please let us know what you think.
yeah.
And thank you for listening.
All right. Peace out.
See you later.